December 7th, 1941, London, England. Dear Diary, terrible news that the United States must finally go to war reached us today. Most of my nurses had come back to the dormitory from their shelter posts and from their special work in the hospitals here, and the news was a great shock to them. 57 of us, public health and hospital nurses, came to England to join the American Red Cross Harvard Hospital Unit. But since Pearl Harbor, there can be no rest for any of us in the nursing profession. More than ever before, our work is needed.
Public health nurse. Today, the United States is at war, marshaling her resources to fight the fight for freedom, preparing to utilize to the best advantage her man and woman power. One of the most pressing needs of this moment is for nurses, trained nurses who can help to keep America strong, protect our health, and bring the wounded back to their fighting strength again. To emphasize your government's need for nurses, Dr. Thomas Parham, Surgeon General of the United States Public Health Service, will speak to you later in the program. Right now, listen to this tale of an American nurse, presented by the Nursing Council on National Defense, that you may know some of the drama, some of the humanity, some of the thrills of an American public health nurse. Our story of Elizabeth Carter, R.N., registered nurse, comes to us from the faded pages of a diary. One of the first entries that interests us is dated August 22nd, 1912. In a scrawling, tired hand.
And all of a sudden, the baby screamed like anything. She had crawled up on a chair near the stove and reached out after her bottle, and her nightie got caught afire.
Mama, the baby's in the fire, Mama. Oh, what do I do? Water, that's it, water. Don't pick her up, Mama. Wrap her up in something, Mama. Oh, baby, she's burning. No, Mama, let me do it. Here. Here's her blanket. Look out, Mama, you'll be burned too. Look out. Oh, I don't know what to do. Here, let me wrap her up. You hold her, Mama. Patty, hold still. There, Mama. You see, the fire's out.
A doctor, we've got to get a doctor.
Oh, I can't breathe. I'll call the doctor, Mama. Oh, please, Mama, don't cry. It's going to be all right, please.
Oh, if I could only do something. But I don't know what to do.
Don't worry, Mama. I'm going to be a nurse, and then I'll know what to do when things happen. I could be a nurse, and I want to be a nurse, so I think I will be a nurse.
Baltimore, Maryland, July 16th, 1926. Dear Diary, something happened today which makes me know that I will want to be a nurse all my life. I have been a student here in the hospital so long, I was beginning to wonder where it all led to, and now I know. I held a life in my hands today, and I found I knew what to do about it. It was in a tenement home where two of us had been sent to prepare for the doctor and to assist the delivery of a baby. Millie Graham and I were assigned. The doctor had been called but hadn't arrived. When all of a sudden I realized...
But you're happening every 20 seconds, Elizabeth. What are we going to do?
Well, that's what I'm trying to decide. Now, let me think.
But the baby's going to arrive any minute, Liz. This is terrible. There's no one
Now,
to...
pull yourself together. Come on, you're going to help me.
Help you? Help you what?
Well, we're going to have to deliver that baby.
What? But
We're nurses, aren't we? Almost full-fledged nurses. We've watched many a baby being delivered before. We've studied just about all there is to know about it. Now we're here to help the patient.
Yes, but...
They wouldn't have sent us if... Oh, come on. Come on. We'll have to go ahead until the doctor comes. Well, I admit I was scared, but I knew what to do. It was all over in a very few minutes. And when I held that struggling baby in my hand, I had the greatest thrill of my life. A beautiful baby girl she was, and the mother fine. The doctor came 5 minutes too late and said everything was all right, said he was very proud of us. This, to me, is living, to bring a life into the world, to feel that you have contributed in that way to the growth of the human race. Because of today, I know that there is no higher calling than that of nurse. New York City, April 4th, 1937. I thought I had seen just about everything there is to see and done just about everything in the way of nursing in the past 10 years. But today was a real high point. I've been a night supervisor in a hospital. I've done every kind of duty from bedside care to scrubbing for operations. I've taught other nurses. But as a public health nurse, I think I found my biggest field for service so far. And Mrs. Tamponi called the visiting nurse service today for a nurse to come and give care to her young son. He seemed to have a sore throat and feel generally bad. When I arrived at her home, a crowded tenement district of the East Side, Mrs. Tamponi was tending the sick boy, as well as the rest of the children, 4 of them. One looked at the boy's throat, and the white patches told their own story. I got Mrs. Tamponi into the hallway, and we've got to get a doctor right away. I'm calling the ambulance division. We must get someone at once.
Oh, what do you say? I don't want no trouble. He's only sore throat.
Mrs. Tamponi, your son looks terribly sick, I'm sure of it. Oh, my. He's a bad. It's not good, Mrs. Tamponi. Now, where are the other children?
Oh, I don't know. He's playing someplace, I think.
Playing someplace? That means they'll be spreading those germs in the next 48 hours to this whole section of the East Side. You and I have a big job to do, and right now.
What's the job?
Call your children in at once, Mrs. Tamponi. We're going to talk to them and find out every child they've played with in the last few hours. Hello? Miss Carter speaking. Yes, the health department? Yes, Doctor, I'm still with the Tamponi boy. The other children have been isolated here, and everything seems to be under control. One positive for diphtheria? The other 12 negative? Yes, we're lucky they didn't play with us any more than they did. The others are not very sick? Oh, well, that's a relief anyway. Yes. Oh, yes, I'll do my best to see that the quarantine is enforced. Yes, Doctor? Oh, thank you. But it was only what any good nurse would have done. Extra Cantonment Zone, October 1940. If I wanted action, I certainly am getting it here. When they sent me here from Washington, they told me there was a job to do, that there was nursing to be done for the men and women who are building the defenses of our nation. We nurses are fighting our own private little battle here against disease. An example of what we run across every day happened this afternoon at a shack in one of the swampy, unhealthful rural sections. The man, a defense worker, had his wife taken to the hospital with goodness knows what, and I suspected what had caused her sickness. I took one of our sanitary engineers with me, and we tried to show.
I know this ain't any great shakes of a house, but you folks can't come around here and tell me what to do.
We're not telling you what to do, Mr. Ames. We want to show you what made your wife sick. It'll make you sick if you don't take care of it.
Now, you say that this water from this well is what you drink?
Drink, wash up in it, cook with it, too. Been good water for 20 years.
Well, I'll take some of it and have it analyzed, but I can tell you right now it's
I
contaminated.
knew it.
No, listen here.
Exactly, Mr. Ames. From the lay of this land and the condition of the subsoil, I'd say you were getting almost direct drainage from here right into your well.
Well, what do you want me to do? Guess I've been kind of stupid about this thing, but nobody's paid much attention to me till you come along. I'll do whatever you say.
With the American Hospital Unit, London, England, July 29, 1941. I feel that our group of American nurses here have done a real service after what happened this morning. We have worked in shelters, in hospitals, and in rural sections traveling. But the other day, we got the chance to prove the worth of the American public health nurse. The head of the hospital in one of the smaller towns called us with an urgent request for some nurses. Typhoid cases were coming into his wards faster than his nurses could handle them. The beginnings of a real epidemic. After we'd been there a short time, I talked with each patient, and it looked to me like food, perhaps a carrier, was causing all the trouble. And finally gained the doctor's permission to try to track it down. His medical staff was so pushed with patients he couldn't manage it. So I'd work and report back to him. I came back and told him what I had discovered.
Amazing, I must say. Go on, go on.
Well, as I say, Doctor, I found that all of the patients whom you've been admitting here from the town itself had eaten cream puffs from that one bakery on your main street.
Yes, I know that bakery well.
When I investigated the bakery, discovered that because of the war shortages, a substitute cream had been used in the cream puffs made from vegetable oils and other things.
A perfect medium for the incubation of the typhoid germ.
Yes, specimens were taken by our laboratory unit, and one man who had only worked for a short time in the bakery was found to be a typhoid carrier. Of course, you know the rest of that end of the investigation.
So that's how you found the man. As brilliant a piece of epidemiology as I've ever seen, Miss
Thank
Carter.
you.
But what about the two children in the next village? How in the world did you discover that they got their cases indirectly from those same cream puffs?
None of the family had any connection with the cream puffs. The lab said that they were not carriers themselves, so I suspected the germ had been brought in from outside the family. I talked to the mothers of all the two children's friends, found that one of them had purchased some of our deadly cream puffs in town.
But hadn't her family
But
any...
she became a carrier, and so did her son. It seems that he, a boy of about 12, had been on a picnic with the other two children, and they'd exchanged sandwiches.
Say no more. It's remarkable. Miss Carter, war breeds this sort of thing.
Yes, Doctor. We even found that the carrier had gotten his germ from a broken sewage main, bombed and broken some 4 times.
War creates situations which can be terrible in their devastation. But when we have nurses such as you, Miss Carter, a trained body of women to support the medical profession in their work, we can keep such tragic results of war to a minimum. You've done us a greater service here than I can tell you. I know that your country could have no more conscientious, skillful, or devoted women at her command.
In Pearl Harbor, there can be no rest for any of us in the nursing profession. More than ever before, our work is needed. Every nurse here feels that now she has a job to do for her own country. We're ready for that job, and we know thousands of others who are ready for it back home. From now on, we'll do that job to the best of our ability, to the final end that victory and peace shall be ours.
And here is Dr. Thomas Farron, Surgeon General of the United States Public Health Service, with a message for every American woman. Dr. Farron.
Speaking from my experience as a doctor, I can truthfully say that the nurse is the strong right arm of the medical profession. Without the yeoman work of the American nurse, our country would not enjoy its present good health. In addition to healing the sick and the wounded, the nurse of today translates science, medicine, and experience into the daily rules for healthful living. Every war brings new problems and the need for renewed vigilance in the battle against death. Well-trained nurses are and always have been the top troops of that battle. Right now, your country needs 50,000 of them, 50,000 young women to begin training in one of the greatest professions for women in the world. All of us want to serve our country to the best of our ability. To the young women of America, I say, in no other profession can you today be of greater service to your country than in the field of nursing. In peace or in war, it will give you the supreme satisfaction of service to humanity that comes to very few. America needs women in white. The opportunity is yours now to serve your country in this critical time.
Thank you, Dr. Parham. Yes, your chance is now. America needs nurses, 50,000 of them, to start training in the next few months. A great backlog of training and experience that this country must and will have. A career in nursing may be your place in the service of your nation. Write to the Nursing Information Bureau, Columbus Circle, New York City, for information on how you can become a student nurse, a public health nurse.
You'll find 2 post-operatives, appendectomy and tumor.
Now, what about the boy in 21, Jerry Arnold?
Well, he's been out of the respirator about as much as usual today. The doctors think he can manage the night without it. But if anything does happen, the lung is on 4. Tom will help you with it.
Jerry will be very proud if he goes through this night without having a machine to do his breathing for him. What else?
Well, there's little Susan Thomas, of course. One word from you, and she'll dream sweet dreams all night, Miss Matson.
Poor little tyke. Ever since I brought her that doll,
Oh, Monaghan, the big Irishman in 34, was on the sun porch for the first time today. Struck up a great friendship with the old man in 35. What's his...
O'Connor,
Yeah.
he's Irish, too.
Well, I guess that's all. Dr. Grant's on call tonight.
Dr. Grant? He's a hard worker.
And Miss Walters will do your reliefs for suppers, and that's all. Oh, yes. There's a Mr. Dinsmore expecting fatherhood at any moment in maternity.
Thanks, Miss Henry.
Well, it's all yours now, my lady. See you in the morning. Night, Miss Matson.
Night Nurse, the story of women and their place in the defense of our nation against sickness and death. A story whose importance will be brought home to you later in the program by the First Lady of our land herself, Mrs. Eleanor Roosevelt. In these trying times, the American nurse is in the front line of defense, not only on the battlefield, but in the home and hospital as well. Because America needs more nurses today than ever before, because perhaps you are destined to join the ranks of this noblest of professions, the Nursing Council on National Defense presents this tale of nurses in action. Only one phase of the myriad activities that come under the one word, nursing. Here is the nurse in the hours of her greatest responsibility, when she's given complete charge of a hospital and its patients, when she wages almost alone the battle against death. Here is the story of Night Nurse.
Now, she's not having a bad time of it at all. As a matter of fact, when I saw her just now, she asked me to be sure you were all right, Mr. Dinsmore.
She did.
She's suffering there, and she wanted to know how I was.
You see?
Thinking of me at a time like this. She's wonderful, nurse.
I think she is. Now, what am I going to tell her about you? Have you eaten supper yet?
Supper. I don't think I could eat. My stomach, kind of like a sponge. Just tell her I'm fine.
I will. But I'm going to have Miss Wallace bring you some coffee, at least, and a pillow. And I'll let you know everything that happens as soon as it does.
Oh, gee, thanks. You don't mind if I stay here, do you?
Everyone knows babies have to have fathers, Mr. Dinsmore. What are you going to name it? Have you decided?
Well, Richard, if it's a boy. I don't know. If it's a girl...
Well, why don't you think of a name while you're waiting?
Oh, I will. That's a good idea. A name for a girl.
Excuse me. Miss Matson speaking. Yes. 21. Jerry Arnold. Black? How long ago? You call Dr. Grant? Order caffeine stat. He'll want it when he gets there. And have the flow continue with artificial respiration. What? I'll have the respirator there in less than 2 minutes. Hurry.
Well, his pulse is a little better. Caffeine must have done the trick.
I think so, Dr. Grant. He looks a little less black.
But if they don't hurry with that iron lung, I don't know whether this artificial respiration is doing much good. Here, let me spell you for a while. All right, I've got him. I'll prepare another hypo just in case, please.
Maybe a little cold there on the floor, so I get...
Yes, another blanket. Oh, where is that lung? She'll never get that thing here herself. I hate to have you go. Oh, there she is.
Miss Vaughn, I'll make the connection. Is he coming around, Dr. Grant?
Well, his pulse is better, Miss Matson, but another 30 seconds without that lung, and he'd never walk home from here.
Ready, Doctor?
Good, let's go. Miss Matson, here with me. Miss Barnard, you take his feet now.
Doctor.
Up gently, gently. That's it.
So I put the blankets in with him,
Yes,
Doctor?
let it go. Hurry. And close the cover. Slower. There. Now, if this thing doesn't bring him out of it, nothing will.
Shall I call Dr. Raines?
I'll call him myself. He can't do any more than we've done for the moment.
His eyelids are fluttering, Doctor.
Oh, fine. He'll come along all right now. Well, I see here Dr. Raines has liquids ad lib. If the boy wants anything to drink, you call me first.
Yes, Doctor.
I'll be in 27, Susan Thomas. Can you handle this alone now?
Yes, thank you. Won't let him out of my sight.
Hello, dear. My, but you look well. How's the head?
Oh, it's fine, thank you. I'm glad you're here, Miss Matson. I was afraid.
Afraid I wasn't coming? Now, don't I have a standing date with you every night at exactly 10 minutes to 9, Susan?
Yes, but I was afraid he'd come over earlier tonight. And if he did...
If he did, Susan, you'd be the big, brave girl everyone knows you are. Now, remember, no listening for him. You just tell me what you did today.
Well, Miss Matson, you've got a new pin on. What is it? It's so pretty.
That, dear, is a pin which shows I belong to the Red Cross Nursing Service.
What's that?
Now, you know what a Red Cross nurse is, dear. You told me yourself that when you were over in England...
Oh, I know. You're like the ladies that took care of me after the bombs fell,
And you were hurt. And those same Red Cross ladies were on the boat that brought you back to America, where no bombs are falling, dear. Remember, no bombs are
Oh,
falling.
they were nice ladies. Not as nice as you are, but nice. Miss Matson,
Yes, dear.
why are you a Red Cross nurse now?
Because, dear, our country is at war now. And when we wear this pin, it means that our Army and Navy can call on us if they need us. It's our way of helping, where the most help is often needed, Susan.
I see. Miss Matson, I'm going to be a nurse when I grow up, 'cause I think nurses are the most helpingest. But there he is.
Yes, dear.
Hold my hand, please.
Of course, dear.
You told me, didn't you, Miss Matson?
Yes, I told you, dear. It's only the mail plane that goes over every night at this time.
No bombs, Miss Matson. You promised.
I promise.
I'm afraid. I'm afraid. He's going to hurt me. Oh, don't let him hurt me, please.
Susan, Susan.
Stop.
Tell me what the man has in his airplane.
Letters. He has letters.
No bonds, just letters. And you are in the United States, and nobody is going to hurt you anymore.
I'm in the United States, and nobody's going to hurt me anymore.
There, she's gone, Susan, see?
I was bad again.
No, you weren't at all, dear. You were much better.
I can't help it, Miss Matson. I just can't help
I
it.
know it, Susan. But every night it's better and better. Now, let's go to sleep, huh?
All right. And I'll be a better girl tomorrow night, Miss Matson. Miss Matson,
Yes, Susan.
I love you now the way I used to love Mama. I'm your little girl now.
Miss Matson, patient room 34 has disappeared.
34, that's Mr. Monahan. Is Jerry Arnold all right?
Pulse normal, respiration normal.
Well, then come help me find Mr. Monahan. I've got an idea. Mr. Monahan, what are you doing in bed with Mr. O'Connor?
Quiet now. You'll be waking him up.
Now, what on earth possessed you to leave your own bed? And how did you get here without a wheelchair?
It was a very agreeable chat we were having when all of a sudden the eyelids began to close. Stay the night, he said.
What?
Not exactly. It was more like this way.
Mr. Monahan, why did you do it?
Thank God he knows and I couldn't help it. I'm lonely.
Hello, Miss Matson speaking, operating room. Right. Dr. Grant, emergency, accident case. Wants to do an open reduction of a fractured femur under gas and oxygen. Right away. Any special? Good. The Smith-Peterson apparatus and 6-inch plaster bandage for the cast. Goodbye.
Vernaculum. Pulse?
Below normal, Dr. Brown. Respiration falling.
I was afraid of that. He's lost a lot of blood. All I can do is finish this up as fast as possible. Forceps, you'll have to have a transfusion.
Yes, Dr. Grant.
The patient's weak from loss of blood and from shock. We'll give him an intravenous saline until morning, when I want you to order up a transfusion. And have Dr. White take the test immediately. We'll need a suspension.
I've had a Balkan frame and suspension set up in room 29.
I'd like you to help me with it in about half an hour, as soon as the cast is set.
Yes, Dr. Grant.
Your number is up, Miss Matson.
Thanks.
Blood pressure, Miss Thomas.
Below normal.
Miss Matson speaking. Yes. Yes, every 5 minutes. I'll call Dr. Gable. He'll be here in 5 minutes. I'm in surgical, but I'll be overstaffed.
Please, nurse, please, you've got to do something. I can't stand it any longer.
Mr. Dinsmore.
If I feel this way, my wife must feel worse. How long does this go on? Can't I go?
Well, I'm trying to tell you, Mr. Dinsmore.
I don't want words. I want action.
It's a girl.
Don't let me know it's not. What?
I said it's a girl. I've seen her and she's beautiful. Your wife is fine.
Well, why didn't you tell? What?
Oh, my, she's passed out. Nurse, a little water, please. Mr. Dinsmore. Mr. Dinsmore.
What? What's the matter with you?
What's the matter with you? You fainted.
I've been a father before. The girl. Here, I can stand up all right. You know, you told me to think about a name for a girl tonight. Well, I did.
And what's it going to be?
What's your first name, nurse?
Ruth.
Well, that's what it's going to be. Ruth, after you. Because if it hadn't been for you, I never could have done it.
Done what, Mr. Dinsmore?
I never could have lived through being a father.
And how about the sets, Miss Matson? Are they cleaned up?
Oh, we have Tom on, so it's taken care of. Morning routine has been completed, too. Dr. Herbert explained the medications in the order book for his patient to Miss Winkler. She'll tell you about it.
I see. Well, I guess I'm all straight for the day. You know, I kind of envy you, Miss Matson, being on the night shift.
Envy me? Why?
Oh, nothing much ever seems to happen to you.
And here is Mrs. Eleanor Roosevelt, the First Lady of the land, with a word for you on the subject of nursing. Mrs. Roosevelt.
As you listen to this story of Nurse Ruth Matson and her fellow nurses and the things that befell them in one single night of nursing experience, perhaps you realize that there are thousands of Ruth Matsons all over the United States, that they are working night and day to protect the health of all of us. An adequate supply of good nurses, trained nurses, experienced nurses, is a vital need of our nation at all times. But in the struggles which we face at this moment, the need is tremendously greater. You young women of America, you perhaps have wondered how you can most effectively help your country in this grave emergency. Of all fields of service, nursing, I should say, is one of the most vitally important to the welfare of the nation. A profession that gives a full measure of satisfaction to the soul because of its inherent humanity, and yet has no fear as a practical life work. Your government wants 50,000 student nurses this year. Must have them to ensure all of us the nursing protection we need. Let me ask you to consider seriously joining the ranks of these young women. Nowhere can you serve your country better, and at the same time, here is work with variety, a chance to do your bit to alleviate human suffering, a profession which is and should be woman's almost exclusively. When peace comes once again to the world, you will find, too, that the nursing experience you have will be always in demand, whether you marry and settle down or go on with it as a career. I urge you, then, for your own sake and the sake of the land you love, to consider entering now the training for the most needed of all professions for women, that of nurse.
Thank you, Mrs. Roosevelt. Yes, today as never before, America needs nurses. Your place may be there in the front ranks of the women who defend the health and strength of the nation, in peace as well as in war, the nurses. Write to the Nursing Information Bureau, Columbus Circle, New York City. May I repeat that address? Nursing Information Bureau, Columbus Circle, New York City, for information on how you can become a graduate nurse. You are needed now, so write today.